Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get right into today's video. So getting started, I will be going kind of in depth with my peel off method that I've been using. So here, like I mentioned in my previous videos, I'm taking the 𝐶𝐲𝐵𝐺 latex tape and applying a very thin layer of that to my natural nail area. Now you can go ahead and do some prep on your natural nails, like filing the shine off of your natural nail plate. You can do cuticle work, you can do all that, but I just opted not to do that for today. I just mainly wanted to focus on the pop off method here rather than getting deep into the prep. So I went into lots of research trying to figure out a better way to do a pop off method, because the one that trends a lot, the cuticle oil and the top coat, really doesn't work for me. It like damages my nails and everything, so I found this and it's been working perfectly ever since. So here, this is what it looks like once it's dried. It's completely clear. It doesn't really look like there's anything on my natural nails. So after it's been dried, I will go ahead and apply a very thin layer of that base coat onto all the nails as well, and then go ahead and cure that in the light for 60 seconds. Adding this base coat really does help with it to like prevent it from popping off in the middle of your sets. Now you still want to be cautious when you do like the application and filing and everything. You really do want to be cautious with that, but adding this extra layer of protection really does help a lot as well. And then after that, I'm just wanting to show you as well how I do like measure out my nail tips. So here for my pinky, this is a size 11 from the 3XL non-secret square tips from Kyle's Nail Supply. And here I'm just making sure it measures from sidewall to sidewall, because if it's too small, it will pop off super easily. And if it's too big, it can also do that as well with hurting your client too. So you want to always make sure you measure from sidewall to sidewall. Now if one doesn't fit perfectly, always go with the bigger one and then just follow the sides to make sure it fits your natural nail. Now I pretty much knew my sizes here, so I just kind of sped through the rest of that, measuring my nail tips. And now I also want to show you how I apply them using some base coat. So using the pop-off method that I do use, you can absolutely use some nail glue, but to me it's just easier applying it with some base coat. So I applied a very tiny little bit at the end of that nail tip, and then I just turned my light on for 30 seconds and stuck my nail in there while holding the free edge of it with my other hand, if that makes sense. So again, here applying that base coat, turning the nail lamp on, applying that nail tip to my nail, and then just putting it in the nail lamp. So I did do the rest of the nails off camera, and again just applying another very thin layer of base coat onto the nail, kind of blending it to that tip just to give it one more layer of protection before we go ahead and trim these nails down. So for the length for today's video, I did want to go ahead and kind of keep it with the extra long length I've been going ahead and doing lately. So I'm just trimming down the rest of the nails to match that index finger, and then we will move on to filing the nails into shape. So for this, you don't really have to do the step right away. You can wait until the application is done, but I just like to do it so that way it's perfect and I have less filing to do after my application. So I'm just blending in the sidewalls just to make sure it's nice and flush to the natural nail, and then I will go ahead and file gently over the free edge. So for today's set, I will be doing some marbling along with some ombreing. So for the two colors here that I'm using, it is from our Sweet Serenade collection on Kyle's Nail Supply. The link is always down below. But the colors here are Eternal Love and Velvet Vow. Now the marbling did come out okay with the two pinks, but I feel like I should have added either clear in there as well or some white, just to like give it more separation so you can kind of see that it's actually a marble and there's two different colors. So since I will be ombreing, I just want to marble pretty much to where the nail tip and the natural nail meet, and then just kind of blend up a little bit, and then I will go ahead and do the rest of that on all of our nails. So off camera, I did go ahead and do my thumb just to see if it would turn out the way I wanted it to, and it did. So here I'm just taking this glitter acrylic. It is called Cherry Bomb from 𝐿. I do have her link down below as well with my discount code to save you 20% on your purchases. So I'm kind of just adding that glitter acrylic on top of the marble. So since it's pretty much almost the same color as the colors I did use to do the marble effect, I wanted to try to put it like in between little sections, but since it blended in so good, I just kind of put it all the way like on top of the marble, if that makes any sense. I will not lie, this whole entire nail set didn't come out the way I wanted it to come out, but it's okay, and the results at the end were still pretty cute, but like I said, didn't come out how I was supposed to, because originally I was supposed to have all the nails marble ombres, except for that ring finger. That ring finger was supposed to be an entire glitter acrylic nail, and I just totally spaced it and realized that after I just started the ombre. So here for the ombre, I'm just taking that color Pum Pum, also from 𝐿, and just ombreing it down to that marble and glitter. I will go ahead and let the rest of this just play out since it's pretty repetitive. I'm just doing the same thing with that nude acrylic. So here are what our nails are looking like with just the ombre and everything. So before we go ahead and file, we do want to make sure we encapsulate with some clear acrylic, and this is the Crystal Clear, also from 𝐿. You just want to make sure you're protecting the ombre along with the marble effect and that glitter acrylic. Not only does it help protect it, it also helps build up the thickness around the apex and the free edge that we need to just have a flawless nail set to where it lasts a long time rather than just popping off or snapping or anything like that because it's too thin. So again, just taking that crystal clear acrylic from 𝐿 and applying that onto all the nails just to encapsulate it, and then I will pop back in when it's time to shape and file. I just quickly wanted to pop back in and say, if you've made it this far to the video, I really do appreciate you for sticking around. Please leave a like if you haven't. Please subscribe if you haven't as well. And if you're feeling nice and generous, please leave a comment down below. It really does help push my channel out to other people as well, so it kind of helps me grow. And with the help of you guys, like I said, I do appreciate you guys. Now this is what our acrylic application is looking like once it's all completely done. It looks pretty cute. Like I said, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but it does look pretty cute, and it does kind of give Valentine's vibes. So taking my 5-in-1 fine drill bit, I will be going around the cuticle area just to make sure everything is nice and flush to that natural nail and just gives it a natural look. And then I will go ahead and move on to the rest of the filing process. So for reference, I do have my drill at the speed of 7,000 to 8,000 RPMs for this step. Once I've sealed the cuticles, I will be taking a medium grit sanding band from Nails and Blinks and working that over the surface of the nail just to smooth it out even further from that acrylic application and kind of debulking it where I feel like it needs to be. But since this is a pop-off set, I didn't really build it up so much, so I don't really need to debulk anything. I just more need to smooth it out than anything. And again, for reference, my drill is at the speed of 7,000 to 8,000 RPMs for this step as well. And then finally, I will be taking my hand file and just shaping up the sidewalls once again, just to make sure everything's nice and straight to that nail plate. And then I will also be going over the free edge of the nails, but I don't think I show that on camera. Sometimes it's kind of hard staying in frame when doing the free edge on like all my nails. I can mainly stay in frame when doing my thumbnail, like the free edge, but the rest of them it's kind of hard to stay in frame when doing that. So these are what our nails are looking like after everything's been nice and filed and like cleaned off and everything. So for the nail art, it's pretty simple. It's only going to be on that ring finger. So I will be taking some pearls along with some of these rhinestones and mainly using that light pink and the dark pink color in it. And I will also be using this cute little rose charm that I have. So here, as you can see, I did go ahead and spill out a little bit of those pearls, so that way it's easier to pick up. But starting off, I am taking my Betty Coral Rhinestone nail glue and applying it in the corner of that ring finger, and then applying that charm there. And once I get it into the position I want it to be in, I will go ahead and flash cure that for about 30 seconds while we move on to the rest of this. So like I've said probably like 2 times in this video, the nail set didn't turn out how it's supposed to, and it's mainly how I wanted the glitter on the full ring finger along with these charms is what made it not turn out the way it was supposed to. So here I'm just taking some pearls and applying it around that rose charm that I have. And I will also be applying some of the pink rhinestones next to that as well. And later on, once we get further into the this nail, I will go ahead and explain why it didn't turn out the way it's supposed to. So I did go ahead and cure this in the light for 30 seconds. Now I wanted to leave it like this, but it kind of looked a bit weird to me, honestly. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll add a little bit more pearls and some rhinestones underneath the rose. So here that's what I'm going to be doing, using that Betty Core rhinestone nail glue. And I start applying the little pearls and the rhinestones, and I realized that it looked funny as well, just leaving it like that. So eventually I just started covering the entire nail with all the pearls and the rhinestones and everything. Now, if I knew I was going to do that from the beginning, I probably would have top coated this nail before I went ahead and did that. But like I said, I wasn't expecting to have the entire nail covered with pearls and rhinestones, so I didn't top coat anything at all. But I will just go ahead and let the rest of this play out, since it's pretty much just me placing the pearls and rhinestones on this nail, and I don't really need to explain that because it's pretty much self-explanatory. So I will pop back in just a little bit. So here on the ring finger, I'm just quickly finishing up placing some rhinestones on there, and after that I will go ahead and cure this in the light for a full 60 seconds just to make sure everything stays in place and doesn't fall off or anything afterwards. Now this is what the nail set is looking like. I mean, it is pretty cute, but it's not really what I was going for, and it's not my type of set I would do. But yeah, so I figured I didn't want to leave the rest of the nails plain while that ring finger had all the pearls and rhinestones on it. So I did go ahead and decide to add three like 2 rhinestones and a pearl on the rest of the nails, just like this. So after applying it to one finger, I will go ahead and flash cure for just about 15 seconds so it doesn't move when I move on to the rest of the nails. Now that we have everything nice and placed on our nails, I will go ahead and top coat them using the Super Gloss Top Coat from 𝐿. It's my favorite top coat. I finally did purchase a new bottle. Well, I purchased a refill, and I believe she sent me a free bottle in there, so I really did appreciate that a lot. And like I said, her link is always down below if you're interested in any of these products. So I'm just applying a very thin layer onto all of my nails, trying to avoid putting any of that top coat on the rhinestones or the pearls. And then after that, I will go ahead and wipe down the sidewalls before I cure, just to make sure it keeps that nice shape that I do have. And this is what the set looks like once it's all top coated and everything. Now normally this is where I would finish the video, but I did leave in a little section here of me popping them off so you can kind of see how that pop off method does work. So I'm just gently, like not even using a lot of pressure, just gently popping off those nails, kind of pressing the side of my skin. And it does look like it's pulling on my skin, which it is, but that's just the base coat from using the method. But it absolutely doesn't hurt at all, and it doesn't damage my natural nails. That's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!